Uh, they got the window grill out, so he's pouring some concrete someplace. I think it's right behind him. He's putting the bottom lintel in that bathroom door. And you see, all through the house we have uh, what do you call those? They're not security grills; they're handrails. These go around the upper roof. They're the we took made a map of the Philippines, a scale map, and then we took pictures basically of the map with several islands in them that are all exactly the right distance apart and turned the right way, and north is up. Of course, if you're on the outside of the house, the islands is a mirror image from the inside, and we haven't decided which way we're going to face them, whether it's for us or for the general population. I think we're going to face them so they make sense out, because we don't go up on that roof. Nobody goes up there. Well, we have help that sleeps up there because the mosquitoes don't fly. That first roof is 10 feet 9 and an eighth inch above the floor, above the lower floor. And it's 8 inches above the ground. Apparently mosquitoes don't fly to 12 feet. But if they go up on the spider beam level at the top, that adds another 9 feet. And no mosquitoes go up that high. And these are all islands. There's 52 of those. There's more I don't know if that's the same picture, of the same pile he was looking at a minute ago. These rebars on the floor, they're painted with white paint, and then we throw in like a pint of some color, like dark blue, dark red, green, and we tint them. Of course, since it's mostly white, it comes out just light blue. But then on the drawings, and we're going to do a video on that following this one, the drawings will show the dimensions of these things, where to bend them. We bend them and then paint them. And these will get a second coat of paint sometime before we actually use them. This is a Chinese dragon. It's about 12 feet long, and it goes in our entry gate, the gate for delivery trucks and cars. If we had a car, it would come through there. This door here looks like it's leaves, so that would go on the second floor. The first floor is fish and everything you see at a tropical reef. Conch shells and nautilus shells and assorted little fishes and whatever, sharks. And of course, a fish is 2 inches long is 5 feet long when we put it in a grill. Not to scale, but it's accurate because they're all taken off of pictures. Oh, there's a European dragon on the other panel here of the front gate. Actually, we're going to have a front gate but no walls. It's going to be like those cartoons where the guy knocks on a door and struggles to get through it, and he walks through on the other side, and all you have is the wall and the door. No building, like a sound stage. And then there's a personnel door. That's a Japanese dragon. They swim. This one walks, and the European dragon flies. This is our rotavator. It's Wema, made in Russia, 8 horsepower. It can be 6 feet wide, but we don't use the outer tangs. Actually, this thing does not beat you to death. It runs right along. You got like 4 or 5 gears. You have to run the gas out of the carburetor, or I'll have to work on it. But it's 7 years old. Runs just fine. This is our kitchen counter in the background here, and these will be storage bins underneath. And I think they've just pried out this toe kick piece. It's laying here behind him. It was in another in the pantry over here a little later. I'm not sure what those grills are. Oh, this is a little earlier on than we were looking at, because I stepped back to the previous week, and they'll actually use that pick. We got 2 picks now. Um, this ground here doesn't do well with what they call a Beretta. That's the flattened piece of inch rebar that they jam up and down and chip off these things about the same size as the pick. But this is a lot less physically tiring and doesn't give you blisters. Of course, they wear gloves. You would give them gloves. Safety gear, like anybody that welds anything on this property, we hand them a welding helmet, auto darkening, nicer than the one I've ever owned. I mean, I have welding helmets, but they're 25 years old and they weren't auto darkening. And I've never had auto darkening, but that's what we hand out. And the difference in the speed they can put it together and the quality of the welding, it's a no-brainer. Just give them the welding helmet. You don't have to collect them up. They'll keep it for you, and they'll bring it back next time they work. We have one guy that's been wearing the same one for almost 3 years. He welds every day, mostly for us. He's the one that's welding up all those security grills and handrails. Him and Benji here did all the fabrication and bent all that flat bar and tacked it together onto a full size drawing. They got a drawing printed at MicroCAD in Baco Ore. That's sort of Metro Manila, south side of Metro Manila, near the bay. And MicroCAD is sort of across from the SM Baco Ore. It's like a half a block up towards the center of Manila. And you can see the sign if you know where you're looking. It's back from the main street about 75 feet, something like that. Anyway, they take and they bend these bars, and as they bend each little piece, they put 2 nails on one side of it near the ends and one in the middle on the other side, and that keeps them all in place. And they put the entire ironworks together, the whole picture, before they bring the welder in. And then they'll tack 1/4-inch tacks on the top of all those pieces. They flip it over and put the tacks on the other side, and then they put it in the rim. When you flip it over, hopefully they pick up the drawing so that they can not have to buy another one. There's no duplicates on our job. Everyone they did for our job is unique. 175 pieces of them. Yeah, they're just about done with the level into the ground. This is the setting up for the 3rd pour. Over here on the left, you see the stairwell. It's a helical stair. And this is a temporary light bulb up here. We got no electric, but if we did, we'd put a bulb in that, and we would have some lights. Anyway, they have to make a filler piece over here. This 24-inch tall, 14-inch wide beam, and it's got a 45-degree bottom edge on it. So, depending on how long we make this wall, this wall is about, well, that's 8 foot, so it's about 8'10" on that side, and it's 5.5 feet inside the other way. And you'll see these concrete blocks, like one sitting on top of another, and here's one standing on end. The dark thing you see around it is the phenolic board. And this is a placeholder. When they get ready to, they slide these blocks out, knock the phenolic board out to use it again. And we're going to put 8-inch glass blocks. There'll be 6 in this. And it'll be out 1 inch past the surface of this poured concrete. All this concrete gets onto the skim coat. So it'll be an 1/8 out. But we're going to bring the glass blocks out 1 inch. We're going to use 3-inch thick blocks. This wall is poured 7 inches. So it's 4 inches plus the inch of the block is set out. So they'll give us a 5-inch deep niche over there with light coming from the back so you can see where your shampoo bottles and soap and everything are in your niche. And it keeps them a little bit out of the direct shower. And there's one back here by the toilet with whatever kind of stuff you have near a toilet. This is the end of that shower. And they have to make this piece here. This is a conduit coming up from the light switch so that we can have some LED lights inside the shower, 12-volt LED. And you'll notice we got some honeycomb here. That's because there's just a lucky to draw. There's a receptacle box built into the wall right here where this wall is, and it ended up not outside of the shower. The shower's on this end of this box, and all the showers are on this end, away from the outside wall, because the toilet needs a shorter pipe to the drain line. Less problems over a shorter distance. Anyway, that block of wood we put in there so we can move that box out to the side after we pour the concrete, that stops the concrete from falling down. And they beat on it with a hammer and run a piece of rebar up and down, and they've actually got concrete into that jam. That had to be double tough. The other, there's 4 more bathrooms that are this same shape except a little bit bigger, and they have the same problem with the electrical box in every last one of them. There's a shower on the other side of this wall. This one and one on the other side of that wall, and then between bedrooms 4 and 5, there's a pair of CRs. And he's making the little piece that goes on the end up there. And this shape on the bottom down here of our stairs, it's just decorative. It's harder to form up helical stairs with this integral handrail than you might think. Building those forms took 2 I'd call them skilled carpenters. They've been doing it so long. They were fishermen before they started with us. But it took them 2 weeks, 6 days a week to form that, and 3 hours to pour it. And there's a bunch of rebar in that thing too. And these floors need swept sometime. We don't let it get built up where it's a safety hazard, This down here is one of the boxes that they put in the walls to reserve for the electrical box. This is a three duplex outlet cover plate, and all the receptacles screw to the cover plate, and the cover plate screws to the wall, and the hole in the concrete is the box. My wife made those cover plates in our machine shop. They're pouring a lintel in the bottom. When this door jamb, this buck was set, it's set on something 8 inches high under here. And so this concrete will not really be against the bottom of that. They're supposed to do this after they take the buck out, but he's doing it before. And we're getting down to the showing they're starting to lay the strings out for the holes. This is the last of the digging. They'll go through there and level this a little bit more. This is the front gate. This is the Chinese dragon. This is the European dragon. And there'll be a wall over here, which will be the Japanese personnel gate. And actually, these gates will be about 14 feet in from the road, from the right-of-way, not just the edge of the pavement, in case they widen the road. That lets you get your motorcycle completely off the road while you're opening the gate. You don't have to leave it sitting out there for traffic to run into it. And also, you can get it out of the gate, get out of the gate, leave it running if you want, and close the gate rather than park it on the street. And he's dumping concrete in the stairwell room bathroom here, and this is it's a 14-inch deep pour. That's so we can put, no, it's more than 14. It's 17 inches. No, it's 14 inches. There's 17 inches from the top of the concrete to the ceiling. That's so we can put 2 rows of concrete glass blocks in the concrete, on top of the concrete, for light in the CRs. And there's another reason why it goes up is there's a 14-inch diameter vent fan. It's an industrial fan in every one of these showers, in every bathroom. In the kitchen there's one. There's just different places around the house. There's 9 of them. and that's the exhaust fan to take the kitchen smell and the bathroom odors and puts them on the outside of the wall. Okay, that's where we started. So this video is showing 31 minutes, and I'm going to chop it in two. So it'll just you'll have, if you watched a video that's posted before this, you know it just abruptly ended because I didn't push pause, and I didn't see that it was long until it was already 19 minutes. So it's not, I didn't know how long it was going to go, but I knew it wouldn't be even the first half and the second half. Anyway, this fella here, he had his wife die of COVID. She has diabetes, and she had a flare-up, and she needed to go to the hospital. And she was there about a week. About the third day that she was there, they run COVID tests on them all the time. And she started showing signs. And at 5 days, she had fully developed COVID. And on the 7th day, they cremated her. So he's got a 1-year-old daughter. We don't want children. We like children, but we don't want them in the construction site. There's too many sharp things. No handrails on the upper roofs. Things to fall on, things to climb into, just for their safety. We prefer that they're not around the job site when their parents haven't got a hold of them. And he's steady busy. So the little girl, she can walk now. And when she's wandering around, it's 3 steps and fall down, sort of get up, make another 4 or 5 steps, fall down again on this rough concrete. So we have one of his brothers had a baby a year and a half ago. So she's watching her baby. 3 of them, 3 kids, small pay. They pay, these guys, it comes out of their pay. It's like 50 pesos a kid per day, and plus the food. So she's watching them, and she basically working from home. Just runs sort of a daycare center. Anyway, if you want to pray for somebody, pray for that small child who's lost her mother. Okay, 33 minutes. We're going to cut this off, and we're going to do a video on what drawings we send them when we want to do something like the dirty kitchen or this solar panel array. The kind of information that we have, we send over the internet and have it printed in the Philippines. And our paymaster girl, she hands out drawings. So here we go. We're going to go to that.